Are you ready to explore the final frontier of space innovation? Join us as we delve into Rocket Lab USA Inc., currently traded on the NASDAQ. This is a trailblazer in the aerospace industry and much quoted by amateur investors as a potential rival to SpaceX. Let's discover their cutting-edge technology, ambitious projects, and the challenges they face in the competitive space race. Whether you're an investor, space enthusiast, or curious mind, this episode offers insights that are truly out of this world. As usual, I am not recommending this company for investing in, just highlighting the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to any investment you may consider. So don't miss out. Hit the like button and embark on this cosmic journey with me. First, technology. Oh, the ingenuity. Rocket Lab's crown jewel, the Electron rocket, is a marvel of engineering. A lightweight, reusable launch vehicle designed specifically for the rapidly growing small satellite market. With a payload capacity of up to 300 kilograms, the Electron isn't trying to compete with the big guns like SpaceX's Falcon 9. No. It has carved out its niche in the smaller, bespoke launches. A bit like a boutique tailor in a world of off-the-rack suits, wouldn't you say? And then there's Photon, a spacecraft platform that transforms the traditional launch service into a full-fledged mission solution. Need a satellite? Rocket Lab says, we'll build it for you. Need a launch? We've got you covered. Need to go to the moon? Consider it done. From low Earth orbit to interplanetary missions, Rocket Lab has shown impressive revenue growth in recent years, reflecting its dominant position in the small satellite market. Contracts with NASA, the US Department of Defense, and commercial entities bolster its financial stability. Oh, and let's not forget its SPAC merger in 2021, bringing a windfall of capital to fund its ambitious expansion plans, including the development of Neutron, its next-generation medium-lift rocket. So, apart from the technology, what else makes this company stand out? Maybe the management and culture. Well, we have Peter Beck, the visionary founder and CEO, a man who started building rockets in a garage and now leads a multinational aerospace company. His leadership style is grounded in innovation, pragmatism, and a clear-eyed understanding of the market, and obviously less glamour of his rivals. Under his guidance, Rocket Lab has fostered a culture of agility, a necessity in the ever-changing aerospace industry. What's particularly fascinating, my dear friends, is Rocket Lab's commitment to sustainability. They're reusing Electron's first stage, yes, but also exploring greener technologies. It's as if they're saying we'll go to space, but not at the expense of our planet. Lastly, let us not overlook their strategic positioning. Dual launch sites in New Zealand and the United States. Oh, the flexibility this offers. When one is constrained by weather or regulations, the other stands ready. A global mindset for a global market. So there we have it. Rocket Lab's strengths, technology that's cutting edge, finances that are promising, and a management team with its sights set firmly on the stars. A company built not just to survive, but to thrive in the vast expanse of the space economy. What's next? Well, that's up to the cosmos itself, isn't it? The frailties, the cracks in the hull, if you will. Rocket Lab, a marvel, yes, but not without its imperfections. So, let us dissect them carefully, like a scientist with a delicate specimen. First, let's talk about finances. The numbers. While Rocket Lab has shown growth, it is still operating at a net loss. Revenue may be climbing, yes, but profitability remains a distant star on the horizon. R&D for ambitious projects like the Neutron rocket. Oh, it is costly, my friends. Developing and scaling such technology demands enormous capital, and the company is not yet at the point where revenues outweigh expenditures. Dependence on external funding, SPAC capital, government contracts makes Rocket Lab vulnerable to market volatility and policy changes. And reputation. Herein lies a delicate matter. While Rocket Lab has established itself as a reliable player in the small satellite market, it is not yet seen as a giant in the aerospace industry. Comparisons to SpaceX, they linger like a spectre. SpaceX dominates headlines, sets records, lands boosters as if it's a parlor trick, while Rocket Lab's achievements, though significant, are often overshadowed. Moreover, the occasional launch failure. Oh yes, it happens to the best of them. But when you're a smaller company, the impact is magnified. A single failed mission can damage credibility, delay projects, and strain client relationships. Such events, rare as they are, make potential customers wary, especially in an industry where reliability is paramount. Now, the market niche. While the small satellite market is burgeoning, Rocket Lab is heavily reliant on it. Diversification into medium-lift launches with Neutron. Admirable, yes, but also risky. Competing with established players like SpaceX and emerging contenders requires a monumental leap in capability and resources. Is Rocket Lab stretching itself too thin, trying to be all things to all customers? Time will tell. And let us not forget supply chain vulnerabilities. Rocket Lab's reliance on specialized components means it is susceptible to disruptions. Geopolitical tensions, trade restrictions, these can ripple through the supply chain like a shockwave, causing delays and increased costs. And lastly, dear students, public perception of space sustainability. Yes, Rocket Lab is making strides in reusability, but it is still a fledgling effort compared to SpaceX's fleet of reusable rockets. In an age where environmental consciousness is rising, the company must do more to position itself as a leader in sustainable space exploration. So, there we are. Rocket Lab, a company with promise, but also with challenges. Financial pressures, a delicate reputation, and the ever-looming question of whether it can rise to meet the giants of the industry. The path to the stars is not for the faint of heart. Shall we move now to opportunities and imagine the potential that lies ahead? Every challenge is but a stepping stone, every setback a prelude to something greater. And for Rocket Lab, the cosmos teems with potential. The great what could be. For Rocket Lab, the future is not just written in the stars, it's being engineered launch by launch. Let us explore where this company seems to be heading and with whom it may align itself. First, consider the growing space economy. The small satellite market. It is booming. Governments, private corporations, universities, all clamoring to put their hardware into orbit. Internet constellations, Earth observation, climate monitoring. Demand is insatiable, and Rocket Lab stands ready to serve. With its Electron rocket, the company has positioned itself as a go-to provider for dedicated launches, a niche that's underserved by larger competitors like SpaceX. But there's more. The Photon spacecraft platform opens up entirely new avenues. Need a satellite, but don't have the resources to design or build one? Rocket Lab will do it for you, end-to-end. This moves them from being merely a launch provider to a full-service space company. And their lunar Photon, deployed successfully on NASA's Capstone mission, is proof they can deliver beyond Earth orbit. Imagine future contracts for Mars, Venus, or asteroid missions. And then there's Neutron, the forthcoming medium-lift rocket. With this, Rocket Lab is poised to capture a broader slice of the market, including government and defense contracts for larger payloads and satellite constellations. If successful, Neutron could challenge SpaceX's Falcon 9 in certain niches, especially for customers seeking tailored solutions rather than bulk launches. Now, the alliances and partnerships. Rocket Lab already collaborates with NASA, the US Department of Defense, and commercial giants like Blacksky and Canon. But what's fascinating is their potential to expand these partnerships. With the space industry moving toward public-private collaborations, Rocket Lab could position itself as a trusted partner for governments seeking agile, cost-effective solutions. And let's not forget space exploration. Humanity's next frontier. With Photon as a flexible, modular spacecraft, Rocket Lab could become a major player in planetary science missions, lunar exploration, and even interplanetary cargo deliveries. As space agencies like NASA and ESA seek commercial partners for their ambitious goals, Rocket Lab stands to benefit greatly. And the emerging markets. Nations in Asia, Africa, and Latin America are entering the space race. These regions often require smaller, cost-effective satellite launches, precisely Rocket Lab's specialty. Building relationships here could open vast, untapped markets. Lastly, consider space sustainability. While currently a challenge, sustainability is also an opportunity. Rocket Lab's work on reusability, with Electron's first-stage recovery efforts, positions it to lead in this area. As regulations around orbital debris and environmental impact tighten, companies that prioritize sustainability will gain a competitive edge. The threats, the nemesis of ambition. For every soaring rocket, there are forces pulling it back to Earth. Let us examine these potential pitfalls with care. First and foremost, intense competition. The space industry, so vast yet crowded. Rocket Lab faces a veritable constellation of rivals, from startups like Astra and Virgin Orbit to established titans like SpaceX and Blue Origin. SpaceX, in particular, casts a long shadow with its reusable Falcon 9, offering larger payload capacities at competitive prices. As SpaceX continues to refine its technology and economies of scale, Rocket Lab risks being outpriced or outclassed, particularly in the medium-lift market that Neutron aims to enter. Next, consider market saturation. The small satellite market, while growing, is not infinite. As more companies enter the fray, including those with rideshare options on larger rockets, Rocket Lab's niche could become crowded. Overcapacity in launch services could drive prices down, squeezing margins for smaller players. Then, financial instability. The delicate dance of dollars and cents. While Rocket Lab has shown revenue growth, it remains unprofitable. The cost of developing Neutron, scaling reusability efforts, and maintaining dual launch sites is enormous. If funding dries up or revenues falter, the company could find itself stretched too thin. Investors, already wary of the volatile nature of the space industry, might lose confidence, leading to declining stock prices or difficulties raising capital. And the geopolitical landscape. Space, my friends, is not just a frontier. It's a chessboard for global powers. Rocket Lab's reliance on government contracts, particularly from the United States, exposes it to shifts in policy. A change in administration, budget cuts to NASA or the Department of Defense. These could significantly impact the company's revenue streams. And let us not forget export controls and international tensions. Restrictions on the sharing of aerospace technology could limit Rocket Lab's ability to partner with foreign clients or expand into new markets. Now, to technological risks. Space is an unforgiving domain. A single launch failure, just one, can damage customer confidence, delay schedules, and invite regulatory scrutiny. As Rocket Lab pushes into more ambitious projects, such as Neutron and interplanetary missions, the risks grow exponentially. Any misstep could ripple through its operations, damaging both reputation and finances. And the environmental concerns. The space industry faces increasing scrutiny over its contributions to orbital debris and carbon emissions. Rocket Lab, while making strides in reusability, still lags behind competitors like SpaceX in this arena. Should public sentiment or regulatory pressure on sustainability grow stronger, Rocket Lab could face costly mandates or lose favor with environmentally conscious clients. Finally, consider the macroeconomic factors. The broader forces of the world. A global recession, rising interest rates, or inflation could dampen investment in the space industry. After all, space exploration, though inspiring, is often seen as a luxury during economic downturns. Companies like Rocket Lab, which depend on both private and government funding, could find themselves caught in the turbulence. As we close our exploration of Rocket Lab USA, Inc., let us reflect on the journey we've taken. We began with strengths, marveling at Rocket Lab's technological ingenuity, its growing reputation in the small satellite market, and the visionary leadership of Peter Beck. We admired the Photon spacecraft, the Electron rocket, and the ambitious plans for Neutron, each a testament to innovation and a hunger for the stars. But we did not shy away from the weaknesses, did we? The financial hurdles, the reliance on a narrow market, and the struggles to escape the shadow of competitors like SpaceX, all painted a picture of a company that, while promising, is still finding its footing in a turbulent industry. Then came the opportunities, the boundless potential. New markets, burgeoning space exploration, and the possibility of forging strategic partnerships with both governments and private players. Rocket Lab, poised to become not just a launch provider, but an integral player in humanity's quest to explore the cosmos. Yet we ended with the threats, those ever-present obstacles, fierce competition, geopolitical uncertainties, financial pressures, and the unforgiving nature of space itself. Each a reminder that ambition must be tempered with caution, strategy, and resilience. Now, before you go, thank you for joining me on this cosmic journey through the world of Rocket Lab. If you've enjoyed this exploration, if you've learned something new or found a spark of curiosity, well, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss another episode. Join our growing community of curious minds and intrepid explorers right here on TechEyeSpy. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep dreaming big and reaching for the stars.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed my content, please support this channel by visiting buymeacoffee.com/Whitley or scan the QR code to leave a tip.